So for our sample problem, what I have here is the triangular beam shown in figure is subjected to a flexural moment that results in compression at the top of the beam. The concrete compressive strength is 35 megapascal and the yield strength is 420 megapascal. Check if the section is adequate to support the maximum positive moment. So, ibig sabihin lang nito class, given tayo dito ng fixed supported beam with a uniform dead load of 40 kilonewton per meter. Best to assume that includes the self-weight. And also, yung section ng ating beam given by this triangular section. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, kailangan malaman natin if kaya ba ng ating section capacity yung kanyang load demand. Okay? So, given tayo ng mga location ng reinforcement per layer. So, ibig sabihin galing sa taas yung ating reference as given sa ating sample problem. Okay? And also, we have here 7 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter. Okay? So, what we need to do here is kailangan muna natin ditong malaman kung nasaan natin malolocate yung ating effective depth para masatisfy natin yung question if this triangular section can adequately support our fixed support beam. Okay? So what we need to do here, we need to locate first the location of the centroid for the 7 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter. Obviously, gagamit tayo dito ng Barignon's theorem. And using the Barignon's theorem to locate the centroid, by the way, yung ating y-bar dito, yan na din po yung magiging effective depth natin. Kasi ang reference na natin dito, class, ay galing sa itaas. Okay? Since given nga dito yung location ng centroid per layer. So for our first layer is 750. Our second layer is 825 millimeters. So what we need to do here is sa taas na lang tayo manggaling. So that's why para directly nating makuha yung kanyang effective depth which is equal to 792.857 millimeters. Okay? So yung next next step that we need to do here is we need to assume if the reinforcement here will yield or not. So of course, dalawang condition lang naman yan. So mag-yield or hindi. So assume muna natin dito na siya ay mag-yield. Ibig sabihin lang nito class, yung rebar strength natin can be equal or greater than sa ating yield strength. So yung ating yield strength here is equal to 420 megapascal, which is we need to determine the value for our beta 1 or the stress block factor coming from this table sa ating NSCP provision. So of course, yung ating beta 1, this is dependent on the value of our F prime C. But our F prime C here is 35 megapascal. That's why we will use the second formula. So para makuha natin yung exact value ng ating beta 1, we need to substitute here our 35 megapascal so that our beta 1 here is now equal to 0.8. Okay? So next step tayo, no? So under this first step natin, we need to determine our area of compression block. Dito natin malalaman kung ano yung magiging relationship ng ating mga dimension sa ating depth of rectangular stress block or sa value ng ating A, which is on this one. Kaya lang kasi yung shape natin dito is triangle. Dapat ang magiging shape din natin for our area of compression block is also in the form of triangle. Basically, the area of a triangle, this is equal to 1/2 base times height. Kaso, kailangan i-relate natin dito yung value ng ating A sa kanyang base. So technically speaking, on this image or on this figure, malalaman natin yung area of compression block based on the depth of our A on this formula. So what we have here is 1/2 times x times A. Na kung saan yung x natin, this is the equivalent base for our A. Okay? Kaso, kailangan lahat sila ay maging in terms of A. So what we need to do here, we can perform similar triangle. So since ratio lang naman or magkaka-ratio lang naman yung ating size ng ating triangles here. So why not to perform similar triangle? So recall lang tayo for our similar triangle which is on this one. So ibig sabihin lang nito, ratio ng base and height ng isang triangle can be equal to the ratio of the base and height of the outer sides of our triangle. So substitute lang natin based on this condition which is this one. So malalaman natin na yung x natin ay pwede siya mag-equal to the base of our main triangle which is 500 mm and sa ating height which is 900 mm. Of course, multiplied by our A. So, why not to simply substitute yung ating base over height? Okay, which is this one, no? So, yung x natin dito, based on this formula, so direct substitute lang natin. So, ang makukuha natin ditong area of compression block is now equal to B or base of the triangle over 2 times of the height multiplied by A squared. Okay? So, yun na po yung magiging area of the compression block. Kasi, ang next na gagawin natin dito, class, is we need to determine the neutral axis based on yield assumption or yung value ng ating C. Okay? So, which is based on the equilibrium condition. Kaya lang kasi, class, kung ito ang gagamitin mo, hindi pa pwede yan. Kasi yan ay applicable sa rectangular sections. So, we need to use a more general formula which is this one. So, which is yung ating A times B galing sa ating rectangular section. Actually, this is the area of compression. Kaya lang kasi, class, yung area of compression natin ay nasa shape of a triangle. That's why, you need to substitute yung na-derive nating area of compression block kanina. Okay, so ibig sabihin lang nito, ito na po yung magiging itsura ng ating equilibrium compatibility if the given is a triangle. So you can use this already if the given is a triangle. So let's try to substitute everything sa ating given. So we have here 0.85 multiplied our R prime C and then the base here which is 500 millimeter over 2 times the height which is 900 millimeter. A squared, yan yung hinahanap natin so far. Then this is equal to the 7 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter of reinforcement. Of course, inassume natin dito na mag-yield siya so that our reverse strength is 420 megapascal. So, ang makukuha nating value of A is now equal to 334.427 millimeters. So, ibig sabihin lang po niyan, we need to confirm if this is a legitimate value or legitimate value based on this assumption. So, ang pwede natin makuha dito is the value of C, which is by simply substitute based on our beta 1. So, our value of C here or the depth of compression block is now equal to 418.033 millimeter. Kasi yan yung gagamitin natin para i-check natin yung assumption dito, no? So which is we need to determine based on the rebar strength. Okay? So substitute lang natin since meron tayo ditong effective depth and yung nakuha natin ditong depth of compression block, ang makukuha natin ditong actual yung rebar strength is now equal to 537.976 megapascal. Which is in comparison with our 420 megapascal, this is still yields. Ibig sabihin ng punong plus tama na yung nakuha nating value ng C is conform with our yield assumption. Alright, so kung na-prove na natin na mag-yield yung ating mga reinforcement. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, we can now determine the strength reduction factor. So, obviously, sa ating strength reduction factor, pwede mong gamitin dito para makuha mo yung value is based on the rebar strength. So, of course, yung ating rebar strength dito, which is nasa gitna siya ng 400 and 1,000 megapascal, ibig sabihin lang po nito, class, this is transition control. So, kung transition control to, class, ibig sabihin lang po niyan, you will use this formula which is 0.65 plus 0.25 multiplied by the rebar strength minus 400 divided by 1,000 minus 400. So, simply, you direct substitute everything. So, ang makukuha natin dito for the reduction factor is now equal to 0.707. Ibig sabihin lang nito, class, magagamit natin to when we are determine the ultimate bending moment sa ating beam section. Okay, so let's have the flexural strength. So of course, since we are determining the adequacy between the section and the beam, so kailangan muna natin dito makuha yung ultimate flexural strength ng ating beam section. So of course, using the principles under the USD, which is the nominal strength, should be multiplied by the strength reduction factor so that we can determine our ultimate strength. Okay, so using this formula, para makuha natin dito yung ultimate bending strength, which is by simply multiplying your nominal strength, which is on this formula. By the way, ang ginamit ko na dito ay yung para sa non-rectangular sections, which is ang mamodify lang naman dito is the area of compression and then location of the centroid. Okay? So, by simply substitute everything, so ito yung ating formula para sa ating area of compression and as well as yung location ng ating centroid for the compression itself or for the actual compression. So, as you can see here, ang ginamit ko dito is 2/3 kasi yun nga yung location ng centroid para dito sa ating actual compression. Okay? Which is 2/3 of a triangle, especially in height. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung location niya coming dito sa itaas hanggang dito sa portion na ito is 2/3 of the value of A. So let's substitute everything. So makukuha natin dito for the ultimate moment capacity natin is equal to 445.552 kilonewton meter. So ibig sabihin lang yan, class, yan yung magiging comparison natin pagdating natin sa load demand. Okay? So for our load demand, what we need to do here is, since given nga tayo dito ng service load, which is a dead load only, so para makuha natin yung kanyang ultimate uniform load, what we need to do here is we need to use a particular load combination. Please take note na hindi natin dito pwedeng gamitin si 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 live load. Kasi nga, kapag may given ka ng dead load and live load. Kaso, ang given lang dito is only dead load so that you will use the 1.4 dead load para makuha mo yung ultimate strength. So, of course, this is just simply for a uniform load. Okay? So, 1.4 times 40, so our ultimate uniform load is now equal to 56 kilonewton per meter. So, para makuha natin dito yung ultimate bending moment sa ating demand load, so gagamit lang tayo dito ng mas specific na formula para sa fixed support. And the maximum moment para sa fixed support is using uniform load times length, then squared, then over 12. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, kapag kukuha ka ng maximum bending moment, especially kapag ang loading condition mo is uniform load and the supports are fixed load or fixed ended support. So, ito yung gagamitin mong formula. By simply substitute yung mga values natin. So, makukuha mo ngayon dito for our maximum bending moment sa demand loadings natin, this is now equal to 74.667 kilonewton meter. Kaya lang, tayo ay nag-compare. So, ito yung loading or ito yung demand ng ating maximum bending moment galing sa load. Kaso kasi sa ating capacity, ang meron lang tayo sa ating triangular section is 445.552 kilonewton meter. So, para at least ma-compare natin yung ating demand and capacity. So, we need to use here a utilization ratio. So, using this formula, so this is demand over capacity. So, just simply substitute it. Ang makukuha natin for our utilization ratio is now equal to 0.168, which is, this is less than 1. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, class, adequate po yung ating support or adequate yung ating section to support our load demand. So yan yung ating analysis for this sample problem.